Don Trump Jr. is an ex. He's my soulmate.
That's former Danity Kane singer and reality TV staple Aubrey O'Day back in 2019 on MTV's X on the Beach.
I'm Aubrey O'Day, and I'm reality royalty, baby.
Aubrey owned up on the show to her long-rumored affair with Donald Trump Jr. after the two met in 2011 on the set of Celebrity Apprentice.
I immediately felt like I would be a great leader for this task.
A source told People magazine that their relationship ended when Don Jr.'s wife, Vanessa, found sexy texts between her husband and the pop star in 2012.
If it doesn't work, cut it.
Apprentice Season 1 contestant Omarosa claimed in her memoir that she saw those dirty texts and some very personal photos. She told me, "He's leaving his wife. They basically aren't together. They've separated. If she hadn't shown me those photos and texts, I wouldn't have believed it." Don Jr. has never commented on the alleged affair, but Aubrey, she just can't help herself.
Be careful about dating men with the last name Trump.
Back in October 2020, Aubrey live tweeted the third and final presidential debate between Don Jr.'s dad and President Biden, and things got pretty ugly.
You know his character, you know my character.
Aubrey spilled the tea on several Trumps, including a jaw-dropping reference to Don Jr.'s kid brother, Barron. "I have texts of Don Jr. telling me what a little ass Barron is, that they were on the private jet and Barron didn't like his food, so he threw the plate across the plane at the attendant. None of these people are innocent of being assholes and liars." If Aubrey received these texts during their alleged affair, Barron was only 5 years old, and that wasn't the only time she dragged her former soulmate siblings on debate night.
Because he used all of those words before me: soulmate, I want to have a child with you.
In an earlier tweet, she went after Eric and Ivanka in response to Don Sr., quote, trashing family during the debate.
The kind of things that you've done and the kind of monies that your family has taken. I mean, your brother made money in Iraq.
The Making the Band star claimed that Eric was unfaithful to his then-girlfriend, Laura, and it happened on the set of The Apprentice. Eric f***ed Miss Universe on the Apprentice boardroom table while with his now wife. Aubrey was a bit kinder to Don Sr.'s second-born, noting only that Ivanka is a lesbian on the low. As for her soulmate, Aubrey brought up the big guy, posting, "Don Jr. hates his father."
I always say the last 18 months has been the longest 10 years of my life, so...
Fast forward to 2023, and Aubrey still had tea to spill ahead of the 2024 election.
Peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard.
Aubrey appeared on Michael Cohen's podcast and told Don Sr.'s former lawyer that she once hooked up with Don Jr. in an unlikely location.
That we ended up going to the bathroom and for the first time had sex in a gay club bathroom.
Aubrey found it weird that Don Jr. was loudly anti-LGBTQ despite being comfortable enough at a gay club to get down and dirty. Despite all her criticism of the oldest child of the former president, she told People magazine in 2019 that they had a passionate, connected, loyal, and honest affair. In 2022, she even told Page Six that her feelings for him were still strong.
I love him, loved, I'll always have love for him.
However, while on Cohen's podcast, she revealed that the man she'd once loved had changed.
Who he is now, I love in a sorrowful way.
Don Jr. and Vanessa split in March 2018 after 12 years of marriage.
These are the two most important women in my life.
Don Jr. quickly moved on to Kimberly Guilfoyle, and Aubrey was quick to call her out on MTV. "I'm sending the message out to you, Don. Drop Kimberly. She's crazy looking. Why don't you come join me in the X on the Beach house?"
Talking about exes?
Yeah.